I keep most of the best stuff in back. Like I say, most people see me buying cheap tanks. Like I say, a lot of school projects, a lot of stuff like that, people will build tanks and I'll just buy them just because they're kind of cool. And so I keep them around and I have them around, but I have a full staff of people making some really good tanks, like the super armor. The like I have the kind of tanks that shells will bounce off of. But they look like normal tanks. Most people have normal steel tanks. I have super armor tanks, but they look just like the normal tanks. So no one knows. That was one of the key things. I have these tanks which are ridiculously expensive and ridiculously hard to make, and shells will nearly bounce off them. They're the best armor. Like I say, Germany was with me. America was with me. Um, Mexico was with me. China is with me, but China and Japan is with me. But they only have light duty tanks. They don't have the big tanks. They're still working on the good tanks. But anyway, I have the ridiculous armor technology and armor piercing. And like I say, I supply some my allies with three kinds of shells: explosive, armor piercing, and also incendiary, which is basically just a big explosive. Um, Anyway, but my tanks look like normal tanks. You can't tell my tanks from. I make two models of tanks: soft, cheesy metal, and the really good ones. Anyway, so the South Africans keep attacking this one spot, right? And 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 I keep my really good tanks, even though I'm sacrificing men. I keep my really good stuff in the back. We try to keep to keep them from knowing that they can't penetrate our armor until that one moment. That's one of the big key things. So we actually have softer tank or just really good tanks. See, there's three levels of tank. There's like insane armor, there's really good armor, and then there's cheap metal armor, which is what most people have or use. They just use thicker of it, which is not the same. Anyway, so we have the medium level armor out there, basically, and the South Africans keep attacking us, basically, or someone keeps attacking us. I think it's the South Africans. So anyway, they keep attacking us on this one spot, right? So so we take some heavy casualties, and one time we get them because we take some heavy casualties, and we tow them off, but we don't see normally we as soon as they give us casualties, we'll reinforce right away. But one time we don't. We what we do is we do a lot of this stuff. We move new tanks in. We have a new tank that comes out, and we move new tanks in the cover of night, and we put them where they can't see them. So it looks like we haven't reinforced yet. So it looks like the South Africans can just come in there, hit our last remaining tanks, and then win. I think we put one or two. We reinforce, but we don't reinforce like we should have. So we give them this idea that if they hit us with overwhelming force, they can take us down. So anyway, so they hit us again. They wait like 2 or 3 months, and then they hit us again. And when they hit us again, that's when we have tanks in the tree line or off in the distance. They're hidden down, and they're actually like hidden. It's a cat and mouse game. Anyway, they hit us hard, and then we come up and we go and we decimate them. That's one of the reasons why the South Africans. It's not patent that they were scared of. They're scared of me because I have the money, I have the manufacturing, and I have the capability of actually doing this stuff, and I'm wicked good with this stuff. I'm right on top. I have I do the aerial surveys. We are right on top of it, and I have like quite a few generals underneath me, including some Chinese generals. So we're really good on this. Okay, so they hit us hard and they decimate us. Actually, no, we decimated them that time. Yeah, and then they slink off basically, or they take heavy casualties. So then so then so then they basically have lost that time. So so they decide to change course, and this is when they decide they're coming up with another army. Only instead of attacking me again, they decide to shift and go up and try and attack a different spot in Germany. See, they're always attacking me. So they decide to attack a different spot, and that's when what we do is because we're running out of tanks. Like I'm fighting in Spain, I'm fighting in Germany. I am stretched really thin at this point in time. This is somewhere between 1900 and say, I don't know, 1800 or something like that. Anyway, so I'm stretched thin. And then what happens is, like I say, we know that they're shifting to go up to attack this other spot because we see them driving. They're trying to stay in the cover of night, but we have infrared and night intensification. Like I say, since 1800, we had all this stuff. Just nobody knows it. This is what Germany knows, me. So we know they're moving the tanks up and going for this other spot that is also heavily defended. So, but there's a possibility that they can breach it. In fact, we think I forget what we decided, if we knew they would breach it or not. But anyway, basically that's when I'm thinking about it, I'm like, you know what? Let's put up some blow-ups there, and because I built some fake army stuff, but I had never actually used it. It was one of the things I had in the back room. I spent all this money and we have all these fake blow up things. So what we do is, in the middle of the night, we basically in 1 hour we grab the tanks, put them on the trucks, we blow up the dolls, put everything out there, and they take off. And they drive all night until morning, and then they park. And we have them all covered up, so nobody knows. And we try to stay to roads. We know where the people are. Like I said, we're the resistance. We're the people who own Germany. So, we're the people. Everyone loves me. Everyone loves us. And it's the South Africans that are trying to get in, or somebody. I think it's South Africans because there's everyone against blacks basically. Anyway, but they're pretty powerful. There's a lot of them, and they're powerful, and they're willing to do. They're psychotic in battle. They'll. And surrendering them does no good. They'll just take your gun and shoot you. So basically, but we also have blacks on our side. We have educated blacks that live a good life, and we think they're well-adjusted people. They're not like the zombie tribe, where they're all like, they're normal, ordinary people that have lives and families and appear to be functioning adults that just seem to want to live a normal life, not like bloodthirsty psychopaths that want to rape 6-year-old children and then kill them, which is what basically the zombie tribe does. They'll kill and rape anyone that's not jet black. If you're even slightly off color or black, like even a couple shades not black, you might slit your own throat. Because they will, or they'll just do it for you. They're psychotic. So anyway, so we move everything in the cover of night, and we're moving it up in there, and we have the blow-up army in its place. And a guy comes out and looks around, and he even pretends to check the oil. We even have it so one of the tanks has a fake lid, so he can pretend to check the oil. They're actually really, really, really nice fake things. So, like in the middle of the day, he goes, and pulls up the little hood. It actually has a dipstick in it, and then he pulls out the dipstick, looks at it, checks it, and then he pretends to go underneath to work on it and stuff like that. And he's doing this routine out there. And we have some other people that come up and look around and do stuff. And it's a fake army, but you can't tell if you're thousands of feet away. And we also know what kind of binoculars are out there on the market because we sell them. We manufacture binoculars, night vision, except no one knows we have night vision or infrared. So anyway, and if you could look at the tanks at night with infrared, you would know that they're fake. But they don't have infrared and they don't have night intensification. So anyway. So the tanks are driving all night,